Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I apologize in advance if it's a little noisy. It's kind of windy out here and I have very excited rabbits right now that are jumping all over the place. So recently I picked up 6 plastic roofing panels and I've been thinking about how I'm going to make a more permanent solution for the back of my hutch. You guys know that I said I do not want to be working with plywood. It's too heavy, it's stuffy, it's irritating to me. It's just so irritating. And I want something that if I really want to be able to clean it or take it off, I want it to be easy to do. So if you built the Teal stone hutch and you're wondering about a good back solution for it, I think this is gonna be it. So we have the plastic roofing and I also picked up a whole bunch of washers. And so I'm just using the leftover decking screws that we have and we're going to be screwing them into the back of the hutch, and these washers are just going to help it, the plastic roofing not to tear. It's going to give it more surface area to kind of grip onto. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and get busy because I don't have a lot of time before it's going to be raining kind of hard. So here we go. So it's been about 5 days since I put the plastic roofing on the back of the rabbit hutch and it's actually been a game changer, like let me tell you. But the day that I put the plastic on, I was actually trying to hurry up because we were due for a pretty heavy rain shower, and the next day after it was on, it rained like all day. And the rabbits stayed completely dry. I think that this is my solution, and I think I might actually end up putting some on the side of the hutch as well, just so it's got all 3 sides. Not that I don't think any rain is gonna blow in unless we have like a really heavy like summer storm. I think then I might definitely need those sides to be on. So I think I found the solution, guys, and I would definitely recommend this over plywood for sure. Before my hutch cleaning video came out a week or 2 ago, I had taken a very long hiatus, and you guys may have noticed that I have actually been working with All Things Bunnies on trying to get their product catalog designed and ready to go, so that's kind of cool. And it is getting there. I'm hoping by the time that I post this video we are very, very close to sending it to the printer, but it's going to be a really cool product catalog. It's kind of an awesome gig that I am a graphic designer and I have gotten to create this for them for a bunny related company, so that's kind of awesome. So a general rundown of what has happened since my big hiatus is just we got our cream babies out in the tractor now, and that one too, and so that's kind of cool. They're growing up. They're almost 8 weeks old already, which is insane because I feel like I just filmed them in the nest box like yesterday, and yeah, it's been a bit. And also, I've gotten like an array of different breeds of new baby chicks. There's like 8 of them, and we can't keep them all. We have a couple of salmon Faverolles chicks, we have a black copper Marin, we have a white leg bar, and a couple of the other breeds, like I'm not even sure what they are. I picked them up, like one of them was supposed to be an Easter egger. I'm like 99% sure that it's not actually an Easter egger, and one of them was supposed to be a Wyandotte. Really don't think it's a Wyandotte. I don't know. They were just cute, you know, with my rabbits. I'm going with like all like the same 2 breeds, and for the most part to anybody else they probably all look the same, but with my chickens I'm just going for like a general barnyard mix because I love the different egg colors. That's what I'm trying to go for, is just the breeds that lay all different colors of eggs, because I love that rainbow of eggs that I get. And the chicks, most of them are already outside and they're just kind of trying to fit in at this point. And the big chickens don't really know what to think about it. So yeah, it's kind of fun. Also, I planted a lot of things in the garden today, and that is another huge update that I need to tell you guys about. We got another dirt delivery. I made a couple more planter boxes, and like I said, we got more dirt. So Jameson and I spent another day moving all of that dirt again. And we got cattle panels, and we drove in some T-posts and we bent the cattle panels much like Roots and Refuge does for her arches. So now we're going to be growing a blackberry arch, and we're going to be growing a morning glory arch. And under the morning glory arch is where our bees are going to be sitting, and our bees are coming in the next like week or 2. I'm going to take you guys out there and I'm going to show you what we have because it's really cool. Alright guys, so here's the new garden. I'm like so happy with it. The whole thing is fenced off with a Premier One fence, and I can electrify it if I get one of those solar panels for it, but I haven't gotten a solar panel yet, but I probably will. I had a leftover cattle panel piece, so I just made like a little tiny gate for the front of it with carabiners, and so far my chickens won't go in there, so I'm hoping that that continues. Here's a close-up of one of my blackberry vines that I just planted today. I'm so happy that I will finally get blackberries because I tried last year, but unfortunately because they weren't fenced off, the dogs and the chickens kind of just ran over them until they were dead. But these ones are fenced in, so I'm looking forward to having blackberries this year, hopefully. So over here I have my nasturtium planted, and I'm so happy that I've decided to do flowers this year, and I've actually planted a bunch of different varieties of flowers, so I'm looking forward to that because last year I didn't have any flowers, and I really think that this is going to help with, well, for one, pollination and just overall beauty, because everything was green last year and I'm just looking forward to having that pop of color. So that I think is called Alaska Mix Nasturtium. And it's a shorter variety, so it doesn't vine. It's just more of like a bush. So I'm hoping that that does well. I'm learning flowers this year, guys, and it's really fun, actually. Throughout this entire box, I have corn and Blue Lake bush beans planted, and I've never grown corn before, so I hope that goes well. And then along the side over here, just right there, I have dill planted. I love dill. Dill is one of my favorite herbs. What I'm trying to do this year is like I take up the majority of the box with like the main thing, like corn and green beans, but then on the side I want to do either flowers or herbs. So we got our flowers here, and then we got our herbs here, and then corn and beans like taking up the rest of the box. So that's how most of them are going, actually. Over here I have all of my carrots planted. I have 3 rows of carrots, and I have marigolds planted along the edge of this one. The soil is composted with rabbit and aged chicken manure, so yeah, I think it's gonna be really great. There's also hay underneath the first layer of soil right here as a mulch, and I'm hoping that that's not gonna be too heavy for my carrots. I don't think it will be, but I guess we'll see. They might fork if it's too dense, so we'll see. On the side of this box with the carrots, I'm actually going to be planting my Ajvarsky peppers along this side of it. And I think I'm planting let's see, 4 or 5 of them. We're gonna have to wait on those to plant them, but I'm hoping that it won't be too long because the weather's really starting to warm up and I'm excited to have grilling peppers. On the side over here, I have parsley planted, and that's the herb for the side on this one. And moving on. Over here I have my Ford Hook zucchini plant planted in the square box. And yeah, I only planted one because I started a couple in the house. This one was doing the best, so I decided it's the one that's going to be our lucky little garden zucchini. This year the theme is just kind of one of everything because last year I feel like I boxed myself in a little bit. So I'm excited to see how all of these different varieties do, and I'm hoping that I maybe find a new favorite. I tried to replant my rosemary from my herb beds. The chickens got to them a little bit, and so they look a little bit iffy. So we'll see if it comes back. I have it planted with the raspberries, and as far as I know, I think it's far enough away. We'll see. If it becomes a problem, I'll just dig up the rosemary and put it in a pot or something. I was gonna put thyme down as like a ground cover for the raspberries because apparently you can grow ground cover type vegetables and herbs with blackberries. See, did I say raspberries? Sorry. So I'm gonna try to do thyme as like a ground cover for the blackberries, and we'll see how that goes. Over here in this box, I don't know if you guys can even see it, but there's a little tiny watermelon start in the very middle, and that's just gonna be our little singular watermelon plant. Along the edges of this one, we have chamomile planted. I grew chamomile last year and I never even used it, so hopefully I can make use of it this year. All right, look over here, guys. We have 2 more rectangular beds, and we have cattle panel with T-posts. So we have cattle panel supports this year, and this is gonna be so much better than what I had last year because last year I made those little wooden things and they kind of just fell apart on me. So this is gonna be great. Right here I have cucumbers planted, and I'm going to train those cucumbers to grow the cattle panel so we can save some space. Right here I have yellow zinnias planted. I even put some down the middle of the row. I don't know how, I think there's enough of a gap here, but we'll see. And it goes down to the middle, and then on this other side and on the edge right over here we have cosmos planted. So there's 2 different types of flowers in here, and over here I have sugar snap peas planted. I don't have a lot planted in this box yet, but my tomatoes are going to go in it. Let's see, I have Black Beauty Brandywine tomatoes that are going to go on this side, and I have chocolate pear cherry tomatoes, I think they're cherry tomatoes, that are going to go on that side. And on the edge right here, I have a different color of zinnia, however you want to say it. It also goes a little bit down the row. And I also have basil starts in the house, and those are going to go on the edge over here and come down a little bit on this row as well. Over here, I'm making use of some new 25-gallon fabric pots. And these ones are the ones that I got last year that I really did not take advantage of at all. I think I just kind of lost track of time last year. So I'm trying to get better about that. But this one is our lettuce. It's a black-seeded Simpson lettuce. This is kale. This is Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. This one is butter crunch lettuce. And so far there's nothing in this, but there will be. I have more things in the house. Both of these beds have morning glories in them, and one of them is, gosh, I'm not gonna remember the variety of morning glory, but one of them is pink and one of them is blue. And I alternated planting them, so I'm hoping that when summer comes, we're gonna have blue and pink just going up the sides. And I'm still thinking whether or not this is a good place to put bees. Obviously they're gonna be able to go straight out, but also I don't know if it's dangerous to have them this close. I don't know. I'm reading about bees. We're getting Italian honeybees, and as far as we've read, they're extremely docile, so I'm hoping that it's fine. Over here, there's nothing planted in these yet, but I have huckleberry starts that are going to go in this one, and I have echinacea starts that is going to go in this one. These over here, I don't have a specific plan in mind, but I am growing moringa this year, mainly for the rabbits. So I'm sure that moringa will go in at least one of them, but probably more. And guys, I also wanted to mention that I am also planning on mulching this entire garden area eventually, but I can only do one thing at a time. So this is Scuba. She is a salmon faverol hen, and she is so stinking cute. I love her. She's so fluffy and she's got the most feathery little feet. Hi, Scuba. This is a salmon Faverolles rooster, and we had to get him in the package. In case you guys didn't know, Ashley, our Americana rooster, passed away several months ago, and that was very sad. But when he did pass away, I said no more roosters until we live in the country. So we are gonna have to sell this little guy, and that's why I haven't named him, but he's super, super cute, and I wish we lived in the country because I would totally keep him. He's adorable. That little white hen is Ghost. She is a white leghorn. And she's gonna hopefully lay some pure white eggs for us because we don't have white right now. And this one right here is Peachy. If anybody knows what type of chicken this is, please let me know because I have no idea. And that one back there, this one, that looks kind of like a little hawk. I don't know what that one is either. And its name is Hawk. So if anybody knows what Peachy or Hawk is, I would love to know because I have no idea. It's still up in the air whether or not we are keeping Hawk or Peachy, so we can't get attached to them, but we're definitely keeping Scuba and we're definitely keeping Ghost. You guys are being so good. You're being so good and gentle. Yes. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that seeing the plastic roofing panels on the back of the rabbit hutch somehow inspired you. If you did make the Tealstone hutch, hopefully that was helpful to you. And also, I hope that you enjoyed this kind of impromptu garden tour of my new designated garden area because this, to me, this is a game changer, and I'm really excited to see it just come to life this summer. And I've learned so much from people like Roots and Refuge and Justin Rhodes and people like that on YouTube, and I aspire to be like them more in the area of growing vegetables. I'm really, really good at raising rabbits and animal husbandry, part of homesteading, but vegetable growing is something that, even though I grew up with it happening all around me, it's still relatively new to me. So this is really my second year of like trying to seriously garden, and I'm excited to see how this goes because I feel more confident this year for sure. And just like I said, I feel like I'm not boxed in now, so I'm really excited to see where this goes. I will be doing a giveaway very, very soon because I am almost to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that is insane. I'm so excited about it, so look out for a giveaway. I will probably announce it in the next video, but it's gonna be a pretty cool giveaway, especially if you have rabbits, so definitely look out for that. I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and see you soon.